Hi everyone! Are you having a good week? I've just received photos from my last year in Spain. They brought me to tears. I had a great time and met a lot of amazing people. Oh wait, you don't know anything about my trip to Spain? So, last summer I went to do an intensive language course in Spanish. Apart from learning the language, I also could take one optional subject to learn more about culture and life in Spain. I chose the course on Spanish cuisine. The 6-week program also included a lot of day trips around Spain and different extracurricular activities such as sports, movie nights, or evening quizzes. I lived in a special hall of residence on the school campus with other students from all over the world. It was an unforgettable experience. One of the interesting aspects of studying together with people from other countries was that we all had different expectations of the course because education systems differ greatly from country to country. Would you like to know how we study here in the UK? School education here is divided into 2 main stages. We go to primary school quite early, at 5. We study basic subjects like maths and literacy that are compulsory, but parents can also choose some other subjects. After taking an exam at the age of 11, we pass on to secondary school. It's the stage when a foreign language is introduced into the core curriculum. Most schools here are state-funded, so they offer free education. However, if parents can afford private education, there is a variety of public boarding schools that are considered highly prestigious. It is still common to have single-sex schools, by the way. I know it's an unusual concept for students from many other countries. While still at school, students are encouraged to choose the major they would like to study later on at the university. So we sit exams in subjects necessary to enter a university in the major of our choice. I have to make a remark here, as not all students go straight to universities, colleges, or vocational schools as soon as they leave school. It's quite common here to take a gap year or even couple of years to work or travel. I think people who are indecisive in their choices tend to take some time off as it can help them make a decision. Recently, there has been more competition in universities, with many international students coming to the UK. And since there is a limited number of places available, popular universities and programs require high school marks. Tuition fees for higher education are quite expensive as there is no state universities in the country, but you can always apply for a grant or a scholarship. The difference between these two is that grants are usually given to families who are struggling financially. Meanwhile, scholarships are meant for gifted students who have achieved outstanding results in the academic sphere or in sports. The government also offers various student loans, but you have to pay this money back as soon as you start working. Anyway, it's a cool thing, since as far as I know, not many countries have such opportunities. I've looked into scholarships in medicine, but the requirements are too high, so I couldn't even be bothered to apply for them. At university, you can study for an undergraduate degree and then for a postgraduate degree. University is very different from schools, as you have almost no control. I haven't experienced it myself yet, but that's what my siblings say. Usually, students have a good mix of lectures and seminars, but no one requires them to take any notes or take an active part in the discussion. They even don't check your attendance. How crazy is that? Nevertheless, outside of the class, students have a lot of coursework and some programs require writing a thesis. All British universities also have strict rules regarding plagiarism. You can be even expelled from university if you copy somebody's work. At the end of the course, students have graduation parties, wearing special gowns and hats. It's always a big thing. My siblings are going to have one next year. I'm so excited. What about you? What is special about the education system in your country? How do you celebrate when you leave school or graduate from university? Share your answers with us in the chat.